Hello folks and welcome to the finale for our Total War Warhammer 2 Skaven Mortal Empires Let's Play. So what is going on right now? Well, I have been doing some things offline to try and boost up or get things ready for this finale episode. Getting things together. There has been some setbacks as far as the Dwarves and the Empire making treks against us. So, but one interesting thing that I've noticed that I wanted to actually, that's why I started out this episode in the middle of a battle, is I have this stealth group right here, Group 2, made up of Death Runners and Gutter Runners, Poison Gutter Runners, as well as my Assassin. Now I started out this battle with most of my visible forces to the left side, which is where the dwarves put their forces. Now the interesting thing is my stealth force, they're all over here, and they are still in, they're still hidden, even though they have ladders up on the walls. So that is a very interesting little thing that I didn't know that the Skaven could do. I figured once they put the ladders on the walls that they would be discovered, but I guess not. So let's get started with this battle, or continuing on anyways. I've taken out one tower, working on the second one. So let's see what we can do here. Still waiting for most of my forces to get onto the wall itself. Once they are there, I'll be able to move them over and we can hit the dwarves from the side, or even I could actually move them all into the city and take their little siege equipment and surprise, which would be even more awesome. You know what? I think that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, so far so good. It looks like our stealth force is still completely hidden. And if we can hit them and take this real quick, it might be a very quick battle here. Ready. I do kind of want to send my Doom Wheels in to take on the gate. They have a good amount of armor, so they should do pretty well against the gate. Well, it's not so much the gate that I'm worried about, it's the Quarrelers. But let's get our stealth force into position first. Hello there, Gavin. Yes, as I was just saying, I just noticed that there's something really sneaky that I can do here, and that's I have my whole force here that has stock, and I was pretty much able to get the dwarves to focus on this area while I batter them down with my artillery, while my stalking force pretty much took the whole side of the wall over here. And now they're all going to move in and take the town square. Oh, guess I don't have to worry about sending my Doom Wheels in to take the gate itself. And we are now spotted. Alright. Let's go in. Take on these long beards. Let's make him a little slippery first. That is awesome. For once tactics are working for you, congrats. As much of a backhand compliment that it was sincere. Well, appreciate it. Alright, so now that we're actually starting to move in, and it looks like they're moving some of their forces over, let's bring the Doom Wheels in. Alright, well, the Doom Wheels are taking some damage from those Quarrelers, which is disappointing, but hopefully they'll survive. Hey there, Diego. Well, actually, those Doom Wheels seem to be working pretty well there. My little force over here of Death Runners and that, they've taken some damage, but they survived, so that's a good thing. Alright, so the end of the battle. Also, I just noticed that they only showed 2 forces here. I had 3 armies here, though, right? 1, 2, 3, yeah. So I don't know why it only showed that, but hey, whatever. Alright. Loot that place. Alright, so we have 2 dwarven forces that are approaching. Ungram, I think, is over here somewhere. He's not too far away. Let's start to build this place up a little. Alright, so for this episode, let's look up at the big map. My overall goal, I don't know if I'm going to achieve it, is to try and make it all the way over to the Dwarven capital at Karak. If we can do that, I think that would be a good way to end this whole thing. As you can see, there's a lot in the way of reaching that point, but we'll see if we can do it. So in my little bit of offline time, I did lose Gisero here. And as you can see, Middenland has entered the battle along with the Empire. So we've been dealing with them. Alright. Knife, what to do with you? I kind of almost want to go straight in and take Lioness, but at the same time, it's like, well, maybe not. So let's bring you up a little bit. That's a lot of Dwarven lands. How come in Mortal Empires, Dwarves and Vampires, they are so OP? I think part of it is the calculation that is done in auto-resolves. Pretty much what it is that when... Because all the AI battles are done through auto-resolve, pretty much... because the battles are through auto-resolve and the way that is calculated with dwarves and vampire counts, they pretty much have a leg up. Now, with the coming update with Tomb Kings and that sort of thing, it's supposed to weaken the strength of the dwarves as well as the strengthening like the Skaven and auto-resolve. So hopefully the dwarves won't be the powerhouse that they are after. Wait, if you can't achieve your goal, you can't end this series. Oh, sorry, Gavin, but I figure with the changes that are coming with the Mortal well, pretty much with everything. I mean, there aren't massive changes, but there's still enough changes that I figure, you know, I could probably just end this series as it is. Because it's the one thing with the Mortal Empires map is it's a huge map. We're in 332 as far as our turns go. If I was doing a long campaign victory, I need to maintain at least 50% of the following corruption in specified provinces, which are... I actually have it in most of these. The Huahuan Desert and the Volcanic Islands are two locations that I haven't done it in. And then I still need to control 17 settlements from the list, which is pretty much like all of these. If I was doing a short campaign victory, how am I on that? I would have to control 8 settlements. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 more. What would be 3 more that would be possible here? Well, Karak is where we're heading towards. Lamia, possible. Altdorf we might be able to grab. Skaven Blight is a little far. Actually, it's kind of close. And the Oak of Ages we might be able to grab too. So, I mean, if I was to focus on doing that, I probably could. The worst thing would be getting to the last defenders, which are all the way on this corner of the map. So trying to destroy them is going to be near impossible, or at least getting to that point. Alright, let's head on back over here. Looks like Newbie has to play more of this then. I would like to, but at the same time, it's just... There's so many things that I have planned that ultimately it's like, well, you know, because with Tomb Kings coming out on Tuesday, pretty much everything's going to be focused on that. So, unfortunately, the Skaven Let's Play isn't going to be entirely complete, unfortunately. Alright, he can't do anything because he just assassinated someone. So I think that is it for this turn. And now we have all of those Imperial forces there. Oh, that's lovely. But the good news is they at least did not attack. So that gives me an opportunity to destroy them. Alright, Ungrim is moving up to attack. And those guys are heading over. Alright, so this battle is going to include all of those forces, and then that little bit of those guys. I hate that I don't have any choice but to control a large army here. I think anyways. Alright, well let's include this with... let's include it with those guys. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Boost up our menace from below. And let's start. Diego, as far as legendary lords for the Tomb Kings, for Mortal Empires, I might do Katep. He's looking interesting. And then for my Vortex campaign that I'll be doing on Saturdays, the little edited episodes, I'm going to use Arkan the Black.
Skaven, yes, yes! Counselors, come on!
Oh, this is going to be interesting. This is one of those choke point battles.
Guide us, Horned One! Death Runners! Skaven! Yes, yes! Assassin! Clanashing!
Alright, hopefully my little death runners over there don't get killed. And let's see. The range for those guys, I probably should bring them forward a little bit more. Alright, I think we are pretty much ready to go.
Where the things? Stop running! Yes, Master! Scurry!
Oh, fudge. We have a gyro bomber coming in. Let's see. Almost all the big YouTubers are doing only Arkan or Cetra, and thank you, newbie. Now here have cheesecake. Aw, I like cheesecake.
Clan rats! Fire! Reload! Fire! Our tale is yours! Scurry dancer! Forward, backwards! Scurry, yes, yes!
Pineapples are good on cheesecake? Ew, no. Barf. Oops, I forgot to actually bring over those forces when I grouped them together.
You get master. What? Srick.
Alright, Doom Wheels, do your stuff.
Yes.
And hopefully don't run over my rats too much. Okay, some of my sensor bears are taking some pretty big damage here. I am afraid that might be because of these Death Globe Bombardiers, unfortunately. Alright, a good amount of their forces we've taken out here. Let's see if we can focus down on this lord.
Spells of blade! Assassin! Should we run? Flee! As it serves!
Ooh, Ungrim's over here. Let's see, what does he have? 53 melee defense and a 90, 86? 86 right now. Melee attack. Those air units are really causing me damage, that's for sure. Also not good is my group over here is kind of falling apart. Hello there, Big Toe. Am I excited for Three Kingdoms? I don't know yet. Depends on the size of the map, I suppose. Will determine whether or not I'm into Three Kingdoms. So it'll be interesting to see if they bring over any of the improvements that they've done from Warhammer into that game.
Council's command! March, Scotty, yes!
And I think we are close to having won this battle. I think everyone has broken except for Ungrim here. Oh, and this little Slayer group. Ungrim is just taking on all of my guys. It's down to my assassins pretty much with him. Well, all my other lords anyways too. And he is down, which brings the rest of the victory. Well, it's a close victory, though I didn't even get to bring in most of my forces, I don't think. Alright, how bad is it? We've lost one group of Deathglow Bombardiers, two groups of Plague Monk Censer Bearers, Okay, another 3 groups of monk sensor bearers and storm vermin, and then most of the settlement garrison. The garrison was to be expected, but at least I'll have pretty much been able to take out another dwarven army. Yes, I will look forward to the fact that eventually the dwarves, I hope anyways, won't completely dominate the endgame. Because really the dwarves should not be the main power that you go against. It should ultimately be chaos, even in Mortal Empires. And yet another Midland army. I took out one Midland army that was taking or attacking Corone earlier, but yeah, they're kind of overpowered a bit too. Likely mostly because of the fact that they're allies with oh, lovely. And those guys are not close enough. Are you serious? Oh hell. Spotted by the enemy before it could spring its ambush. You have an opportunity to intercept and engage them in battle. Let's take a look at what it's going to look like. And there's not much in the way of forest. There is a little bit here. So hopefully we'll be able to use that to our advantage. Let's fight it. Alright, now this is my main stock army. I've replenished them from what they were at earlier, because earlier they were kind of completely destroyed. Also, what's this over here? Is this a meteorite? Apparently it is. Maybe the twin-tailed comet finally decided to fall. It doesn't look good on paper, that is true, Gavin. But, because, you know, they did bring a bunch of great swords and that sort of thing. My general plan is the only unit that they can see is my Grace here. So I'm going to put him in the forest over here. I'll give him probably 4 groups of Death Runners and 2 groups of Gutter Runners to stay with him. Alright, next, they have a group of mortars, so I'm going to get together a group that will take out those guys.
What? Now.
So group 2 here is going to be focused on taking out the mortars. Where are they anyways? So they are right there. Can I put them here? No. I wish I could put them in the back. Yeah, I think I'll just start them here. And then the rest of my force is going to be located here. And pretty much once they move in against my main guy, I'm going to bring them all from this side to take him out.
Ready, ready! Death runners!
Now, the most important thing to this whole plan is that my hidden units remain hidden. So hopefully that will be the case, that they'll focus down on where my Grey Seer is. We're gonna find out though, so let's get started.
What? Now, move!
Also, I did discover, I think it was on Reddit one day, that, oh, they can't actually see where my Grey Seer is. I'll have to change that if I want this plan to succeed. But I figured out on Reddit the other day that, at least in Warhammer, you can do shift and right click to set up a custom path for your units. Alright, so where my Grey Seer is, he is visible now. Unfortunately, this is a you will lose if the time runs out sort of situation. Which sucks, because this was supposed to be like an ambush sort of thing, but what can you do?
Yes. Guide us, Horned One. Now, move! Gutter runners! March, scurry, yes! String the cattle. Onward, fool!
I suppose I could always try to just get them to waste most of their mortar fire on my Grey Seer, but that could be bad too. Alright, let's bring down some lightning onto them. And of course they're gonna run. Total fail. Come on, come attack me. I think I might have gotten their attention. Alright, swarm their Empire Knights. The stream is ending so you can pursue other ones, right? Yes. Yeah, you know, I figure with Tomb Kings coming out, it's probably time to end the whole thing with the Skaven Let's Play. Because this Let's Play has been going on, I think since Mortal Empires came out. Or it seems that way anyways. Okay, their artillery is scattered. Good sign. Well, so far this is actually working alright. I have almost lost this group of Death Runners here, which isn't good. Let's have them retreat. Maybe that'll be useful. At least to keep the units. Because if I can keep the units, it's good at least. Makes me sad that it is ending. Aw. Yeah, I mean, it's been a fun game for the most part. Playing with Skaven. It's just, ultimately, I figure I'll be better suited moving on to Tomb Kings and all that. Alright, let's see if we can just assassinate most of their remaining forces here. Yeah, I will say I've definitely learned a lot. Not only is it a good series, but it is ending on the oddest of numbers, 19. Yeah, you know, it is a little bit of an odd number. But, you know, it is what it is. But, yeah, I will say that overall I've definitely enjoyed what I've learned from this series. When I started with Skaven, it was the first time that I had ever actually played the Skaven before. So I definitely learned a lot that I didn't know. And I've earned a lot of respect for the Skaven as well, to be honest. When I first started out in this series, you can definitely see the frustration that I have dealing with the Skaven. Honestly, I thought the series was kind of going to end early because of just how much they fall apart. Also, it doesn't look like I lost any units, which is good. It will give them the opportunity to replenish their forces. But yeah, overall, I will say that the Skaven are a pretty good faction. Yes, they have their issues. Yes, they do fall apart in certain circumstances, like really fall apart. Reinforced your own forces multiple times. Interesting. Slayer, Kingslayer. Oh, nice. Alright, Castle Baston. We gotta go save you. So
is doomed.
let's bring you into that. Bring you here. And let's go take out Volkmar. Oh my god, that means 19 weeks. And I do not like the Skaven really, but it was fun watching you play them. Well, I don't think it's been necessarily 19 weeks. I think there might have been a couple weeks where when this stream first started out, that I might have done more, like a couple a week. I think anyways. Oh, it's been a while. I'd have to look back to actually see what all I did. Alright, let's boost up his Gunner Runner forces and Night Runners. And it looks like both is under that one. Okay. Alright. So, Cheery Flesh. Bring you against Volkmar there. Ambush. Nice. Alright. I am just going to wipe them out with an auto-resolve there. Have them eat the captives. And for defeating Volkmar, his whole army gets a bonus to melee defense and attack. That's pretty nice. So, Balthazar Gelt. He has some really nice forces here. Great swords, outriders, demigryphs. So that could be very interesting in a battle. And you know what? Just to end the series, I think I'll do it. It won't be the final battle of this Let's Play, but I figured it'll be a very interesting battle. Doing Balthazar Gelt versus these Skaven guys. He'll be completely outnumbered, and it's going to be an ambush as well. But all the more interesting it'll make it. Let's go. I will definitely say when it comes to the Skaven that you shouldn't underestimate them. Yes, they are a weaker force overall, so that means that ultimately, you know, if you bring some really heavy elite units against them, they may not do so well. But if you go against them with when they have like their Plague Monk Censer Bearers and their Death Runners, and then a very good Plague Priest, even the most elite units can kind of fall apart because they have so many debuffs. So let's see, what do we want to do here? So their artillery is located in the back. I think I'll have my Plague Monks and my Gutter Runners focus on them. So Gelt is up front on a little birdie, or Pegasus or whatever, so let's position our Warp Lightning Cannons facing towards him to hopefully take him out of the picture pretty quickly. Alright, I think we're ready to go. Can I gamble well? Okay, a pretty decent boost there. Alright, let's get started. So those demogryphs definitely do a bit of a punch.
Where are the things? Grey Seer. Protect me. Council's coming. Guiders called one. What orders? What right? Warp lightning cannon. Skitter and leap.
And come on, fall apart, clan rat, so I can make you go boom. Haha. I think Balthazar just bombed his own forces. It was probably leftovers from that clan rat group, but still. It was interesting watching Balthazar bomb his group. And poor Balthazar. If Merrick watches this episode, I'm sorry I had to beat up your buddy that you used in our Let's Play. And just to end it well, let's see Balthazar sniped out of the air. Hello there, Idiot 212. Yeah, you know, it was an interesting little battle. Come on, you can do it. Oh, come on. Darn Balthazar and his evasive maneuvers. Okay, I was mistaken. I thought they could take him out, but apparently, his Pegasus is just a little too quick, and I think his speed is, what, 138 there? Yeah, 138. That's actually, I think, probably one of the fastest things there is, so... Alright, let's end the battle. But it was a decisive victory.
Victory!
And Balthazar is gone now. And I get +6 for all units for defeating him. And he's now a superior attacker. Not bad. Alright, now for now some nice little level ups.
Address me as Sir Lord.
Alright, so one group taken care of. Castle Artois there could still potentially be in trouble. I do have Knife's force here though. So you know what? Let's go give Middenland a surprise. Surprise!
Win battle, or else. I say move.
Oh, I didn't even notice that I didn't make Knife immortal. Well, he's immortal now. So don't have to worry in case we lose him. Even though this is the ending episode and all of that, so even if we did lose him, it wouldn't necessarily mean anything. Alright, so Artois, relatively safe. Let's build her up a little.
Don't think so.
Alright, so there's that little lord left. Who's good enough to go and take him out? Let's send him.
Slay murder. You will fight. You die. I will touch Black Pillar. The council's voice. The doom is coming. Lord Skrulk.
Alright, the one bad thing is I kinda lost a bit of forces here, but at the same time, I think we're probably still good enough to go in and finish our little conquest around here.
Bring death, disease. Kill for clan. Loot, find trinkets for tribute.
Now, one thing that I will point out is I'm really not doing any sort of building in these provinces. I mean, I am, but I'm not, like, using food to do it. So I'm pretty much just taking what I can and then moving on. Although I probably should use some of the food, because I only have 275. So probably when I take Al-Haik, I'll probably boost it up a little. Alright, what else do we have here? We have Bel Aliad there. I suppose one interesting thing that we could do is head for the Black Pyramid of Nagash, since we are eventually going to do the whole Tomb Kings thing anyways.
I refuse.
Alright, do we have any other forces around here that we can cause some issues to? We got this little guy that we can try and take out, hopefully. Yes, good. Alright, so that's done, that's done. So let's start to do some stuff for him. Also, at one point I did lose one of my Morphific, I think. He's still out for one more turn, but then he'll be back. Because he was a good Plague Priest. Because he had his little Plague Furnace, which was awesome in battle. But then he was wounded in an assassination. Oh dear. Alright, Karl Franz is now attacking here. Well, let's boost that up and let's fight it. It is fun to watch you get back at them dwarves. Yes, you know, it is fun. hitting the dwarves whenever they've hit me. Unfortunately, the dwarves are also kind of part of the reason why I am ending the Let's Play, because it's just been such a mess fighting them that, you know, and it'll still be such a mess fighting them. So, ultimately I decided, well, probably just bring it to an end while we're doing all of this, so... If the dwarves weren't such a powerhouse, and if it wasn't going to be such a slog, maybe I'd try and find some time to continue this somewhere else, but... or sometime else with everything else that I'm doing, but because it's been such a pain, it's like, well, let's just end it here. And hopefully with the changes that they are doing in the next update for Tomb Kings, that everything will go better and we won't have the same issues that we've been having as far as the dwarves go. Oh geez, look at that rocket barrage. I mean, it looks worse than it actually was, but still it looked pretty bad. Rain acid upon them. And yeah, it's like at that point where you could continue the stream for like a year and you'd still be fighting them. That's an over-exaggeration. Although really, not by too much. Because assuming one stream a week, this would still go on for probably at least 6 more streams, I think, before I got to the point where I could completely wipe out the dwarves. Also, Carl Franz is a little overpowered here. Well, we've almost taken out their little rocket battery group. We still have so much else to do.
Yes, Master Lord. Skaven slaves.
I'll say the Menace Below is a rather pitiful power. It comes in handy, but at the same time, most of the time, like the clan rats fall apart within a few seconds. Like right now. Or like each time I sent them against the Hellstorm rocket batteries. There's a few times that it comes in handy if an artillery group is like really left behind, but it is still a rather disappointing power overall.
Very good, master.
Alright, it's pretty much a wash, so let's just end it off real quick here. Now, man, you got this. I appreciate the vote of confidence, but yeah, they have way too many ranged units, and I don't. I didn't even really do much damage against Karl Franz, and I think he has something that he's regenerating health too, but oh well. Worry about the range units, I'll take care of them. Alright. Well, interesting. They didn't take it, they just sacked it. Yay, the Dark Elves won against that little dwarven guy. Ah, jeez. That's another thing too, is that the dwarven heroes are like way overpowered right now. Because once they get the heroes from Clan Angrand, it's like there's nothing that stops them. Because I can't even do any sort of assassination mission against these guys, pretty much. It's just they're so overpowered at this point. What are you up to? Oh, you decided to attack. Well, my forces are better than yours, so I'm just gonna auto-resolve it. No, I lost a Plague Monk. Oh well.
More inferior weak to me.
And Mid-Inland is getting closer to Corone there, or not. One of them went and did something else.
Approach me. Hey.
What do you want? To join the war against the Necrarch Brotherhood? No. Not really interested. Not unless I have to take out some of their, or one of their places. Let's see. Range, I feel so stupid when I make really simple spelling errors. Oh, it's alright. Morphific is back, yay! Alright. So Skrulk, you move in there. You move in there, and Mika, to prove yourself or to get your little boost of loyalty, go take him out. Oh, jeez. You'd think we'd have a better chance here, but... Oh, I don't want to auto-resolve when it's like this. But, at the same time, it's like, well... Ha ha ha. Let's fight it. The worst thing is that darn gyrocopter. That's going to be the biggest problem here. But other than that, I think we'll do alright.
Yes, yes. Death runners. Assassin. Gunvermen. Our tail's yours. Bloody whistlers. Warlord. Warlord. Blade claw catapult.
Alright, let's get started. Playclaw catapults are going to attack the artillery. So start off with that. You guys move in and hit them. You guys head up.
Warlord. Clan advance. Doom wheel. And scatter.
Well, I do like those Death Globe Bombardiers.
Get back here. Master of masters.
One thing I will say about the Skaven, because I've brought in several large armies into these battles a lot, is I do kind of wish that there was a way that you could select which units enter battle first. Because without something like that, it's made it kind of impossible in some of these battles. Because like some of them I would have preferred to take certain artillery units into the battle first as reinforcements. Hopefully that's a quality of life issue that they might be able to cover when Warhammer 3 comes out, but we'll see.
A true disciple. Loyal to Clan Can.
Alright, well, some more level ups, always a good thing. Let's see what to do with you. Range for artillery is always a good thing. Clash. What were we working on with you now? The dreaded 13th spawns a unit of storm vermin. Well, that's kind of interesting. Huh. I didn't even know about that. I feel like the Skaven just use mass numbers, but there's a sense of skill to manage so many units efficiently. Yeah, that is very, very true. Because the Skaven are... like... you have some units that you kind of need to micromanage, like the Doom Wheels. Because the Doom Wheels are pretty much chariots. So that's one thing that has to be taken into account. Another thing is when you have so many units coming in as reinforcements... and especially if you're doing an ambush battle, you have to use the ambush units, you know, right away, get them all set up. And then you gotta get the reinforcements and bring them all in, so it gets to be a little bit of a pain.
Crazy. I say move. Hide, skulk, ambush. I order scurry move! All tails are mine! Skulk, then attack! Hornet one watches me! They fetch many warp tokens! Must spread our own corruption.
Alright, so how's Crone looking here? Crone is maxed out as far as their defenses go, so hopefully they'll be able to hold off against Boris Todbringer there. We're going to put this guy in Castle Artois there, just to sort of hold it for the moment. Let's do that standard die, that's a pretty good little thing to have. What else do we want to do? Reminisce Valor, yes. Alright, so I think I can afford one more little unit here. I'll do Plague Monks for him. Can't recruit anyone there. You know what, let's start another army here, I think. Gracier, Plague, Hero Self-Defense, Ambush Defense, Cunning, Ambush Success. Gracier of Ruins, I don't really like them though. I really like the Graciers of Plague more than anything. So we'll do this guy. Actually, I think I've already used him before, it's just I lost him somewhere. I was watching like the first or second episode of this series, and it is funny seeing it now because you were like, oh, the vampires, they mean nothing. I don't need to worry about them. And then eventually I betrayed the vampires, and then, yeah, poor vampires. No love for them.
All hail, horned rat. This is dark. Harness the power.
Oh yeah, Morphific. Let's bring you into that army then. Alright, so we can build up there. I don't really want to do that. Pestilic. You still need to wait a moment before you can do anything else. Also, one interesting thing is that they didn't build another lord there. So we might have a good opportunity to try and take out Lioness now. Let's skip that. Alright. So we have one dwarven army there.
I am a lord of Bretonia.
Other than that, I think we're doing alright. Let's end it. Oh dear. Aha! Ambush. Alright, I think I'm just going to auto-resolve this one. Goodbye, Karl Franz. Someone made a bad mistake there, Mr. Empire. And how is Balthasar Gelt back already? I swear I just took him out like not too long ago. Unless he got that one thing from attacking the von Karsteins. That little ability where if you attack and defeat like Vlad von Karstein, like when you're wounded, you're only out of the picture for like one turn. He probably does have that, doesn't he? And of course he's going to take Lashiek. I'm just going to auto-resolve it. Let them take it, because that's not my main focus. Belagar, oh no. Of course he shows up right at the place that I wanted to take. would like really want to know how many armies the dwarves are using right now. I really would like to know that. And Boris goes to attack, but I don't think he has enough forces to actually succeed there. Because that place does have a pretty decent defense set up there. So we should be good. And I have no idea what's actually happened to the Warriors of Chaos. I haven't actually seen them much as far as any attacks or anything. More Bretonian settlements falling. Torturers deployed. Interesting. All right. Can I reach there? I can. I will take some attrition from that. This gets to be interesting now. Let's move up just a little bit.
A bold move.
And I could go into a raiding stance. It's difficult to decide what my plan should be here. Let's do raiding stance.
Decay for pestilence. Skulk and raid. Envoy of council. Good raid.
Alright, let's add a couple units of artillery to Skrulk's army so that he has a little bit of a boost to him. And then we can head on closer towards that settlement. And hopefully take it in the next one, I think. We'll do Skaven Scorch for there, yeah.
Cunning scheming. Warpstone. Ruin the enemy.
Alright, take out this Imperial army. Eat them up. Now let's head towards Jisero there.
Hornet One watches me. Tell them do not fodder. Scorch. Kill for me, that king. I will touch black. No, damage taken. For the third. Yes.
Take that, Toddbringer.
Murder slave. Sacrifice the holy rat. Junction of the Great Horn One.
Alright, let's try recruiting over our Plague Claw catapults and Plague Monks again.
Legs, tails, move! Ready to lock.
So this guy I'm going to bring in a couple regular... Let's see, do I want to? Or I could do some Night Runners. We'll do regular Plague Monks. Just to finish off his army. I know he had some different heroes with him, but they've kind of been taken out for the moment. So can't worry about them. Cracronoid. Let's bring you up. Alright. You, I'm just gonna leave. Pestilic. Oh yeah, you were gonna take out this little lady that's over here. Go take that lady out. Fail. And then we're gonna move Knife up towards Lioness, and hopefully we'll be able to make a move quickly enough. And maybe just take out Lioness there. I think we can do it. But we will need to attack in the next turn. Alright, so we'll end it now. I know I stated in the description for this stream that I'd maybe, let's see. Oh, I guess it just says push against Dwarfs and Chaos. My plan was to head for the Dwarven capital, but that is like way far away. So instead I think I might just try and take Altdorf. Take out the capital of the empire. I think that's doable in the time that I have for the stream. Because my forces really aren't too far away from it. So we should be able to do that, I think. That could be a good ending for everything that we've done. It wasn't chaos that destroyed the empire, it was the Skaven. Haha, failed. Nah man, just send out a squad of 3 armies and charge the Dwarven Kingdom. Well, even if I had them running at forced march, my army that's down in the south would still take forever to get to Krasakrak. Because that is Iron Rocks. Where is it? Crooked Fang, Karak Azgul, Karak Drong, Vrenka Hills. It's somewhere like right over here in the little mini-map. So even if I had them moving at force march, it's probably would still take at least 10 turns, I think. But unfortunately, there's a lot of stuff that's kind of in my way. So I'm trying to take them out, do as much damage as possible to the dwarves while they're moving up. Alright, damage building, damage walls, all those little things against me. Alright. You know what? Let's head for it. So, we have Skrulk here, who has a good amount of artillery. Move you up. Then we have Mika here, move him up. Alright. Ooh, they have a hell of a lot of cannons here. Well, that's not a good thing. Alright. Hopefully our artillery here can do what we need them to do. Banner of Swiftness. Let's boost up that.
Reap for pestilence.
Let's continue the siege for a moment.
Kill slay, fight Nash. All hail horned rat.
Fudge. I was hoping that I could transfer over a couple more artillery units. I can from him though, so let's do that. Because I want as much artillery in this army as possible for when we go and hit him. Okay, let's do it. Oh! Fudge, I forgot to boost up the menace from below. Because even though you do that, if you exit out of it, it doesn't stave it. Apparently YouTube didn't like you saying that, Gavin. Rape for pestilence instead of reap for pestilence. I don't know if Creative Assembly would include that in their games. Ronald is with me. Yeah, nothing changed there, so he's not really with me here. Alright. Our plan for this one. Take out the towers, then bombard the hell out of them. I'm going to try and do what I did before. Okay, so I'm going to try and do what I did before and have a ambush force over on the left while I bombard from the right. Hopefully it'll work.
Ready, ready. I am Sprout. Guide us onward. Warp lightning cannon. What? Are they yours? Blade claw catapult. Yes. Storm burning. What? Aura of pestilence.
Alright, let's get started here.
Warp lightning cannon.
They do have one little group of longbeards here. Don't worry, Gavin, I won't read that whole thing out loud.
Lord Sprout. Yes, brethren. Dead brothers. Blade Lord. Death brothers.
Alright, let's see if we can get our forces up here, even though we have that little group that's there. So move you guys there, move you guys there, and everyone else head just to the front.
Death runners. We serve.
I wonder what a dwarf must do to qualify as a longbeard. Must take many years of beard growing. I imagine it's probably something like that.
Lord Sprout. Blade claw catapult. Death kill. Die. At once. Storm vermin. Onwards. Now, ready now. Council's command. Death runners. Skaven. Yes.
Also, what's this group of Thunderers doing outside? I don't know what's going on with that.
Death runners. Die. So many things to death eat. Gutter race. Yes, if you wish. Yes. Get off your bones, lads. Bombardiers.
Well, we're making slow progress at eroding them here.
Don't like these things! Death runners! Do not shame your ancestors! Attack charge! For the Valentine!
The one thing about using ladders, though, is that it does really tire out your units. Also, who joins the military and thinks, yeah, Longbeards, they sound cool, I want to join that group. Well, probably dwarves. You know, you grow out the longest beard. You look cool, apparently, for dwarven standards. I wonder if dwarves have a lesbian, gay, LGBT community. And if so, do you think they can join their military? I would imagine probably. Or at least the lesbian dwarves, anyways. I would imagine that they're rather, they're probably more hardy than most of the, most of the other dwarves. If an animal's purpose is to reproduce, have we come to a point where it is no longer in our nature to reproduce, where we can have the luxury to be gay and so on? Also, don't look too deep into this. Vote yes on lesbian dwarves in the military. Well, speaking as a gay man, I will say that I think, for the most part, probably, yeah, I think we are at that point where it is, you could call it, I wouldn't necessarily say a luxury, but there is probably some evolutionary benefit to not having to reproduce anymore. Get in here, little assassin, and take out Belgar there. Alright, so what does all of that go? Oh, Belgar's defense is only 7 now, with all of those things stacking together. That's pretty good. This will be my last absurd question, but I wonder what dwarves consider feminine. Think about it, like if everyone grows beards, it's super bulky, is strong. Like, what are their values? And yeah, I didn't mean luxury, but I think you know what I meant. I know what you mean. Because, yeah, you know, as humans, we are pretty much at the point where, at least as far as reproduction goes, I think we're doing alright. Although there are those conspiracy theories that humans are becoming less fertile and all that. As to your question about what you think makes a dwarf feminine, I don't know. I'm sure there's probably some sources in other media, but as far as what's available in the Warhammer world, I don't know if there's much said about female dwarves in general. Also, hello there, THCH Wicked. Most kids are mistakes anyways. Strength? Strength is what makes someone feminine in the dwarven world? I suppose it's a possibility. Maybe male dwarves like female dwarves with strength, or good crafting forge skills. It's a possibility. Who knows, maybe those rune lords that we see in Warhammer are all actually female dwarves. And Gavin is saying, like, seriously, I feel like if I was confronted by a dwarf, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. It'd be super awkward, like when you ask someone whether they are due but not pregnant. I mean, it very well... It probably would be difficult for a human to determine what is and what is not a male or female dwarf. Alright, how bad was it here? We lost 1, 2 death runners, and it looks like 1 storm vermin. Alright, so this place, you know what, let's take it all the way up to level 5. Loot and occupy. And we're gonna like really build this place up, so repair that. The weapon barrow is there, so we're already got that. We'll do that. We'll do... I don't really need the salt. Oh, we're doing that, so let's do that one. This, let's work on finishing that up. Working on that. So let's do that one, I think. Oh, I probably should have some manner of defense here, though. Let's take a look. Go over all of this stuff. So I could do that for the gunner runners and that sort of thing. I do want that, though, for the death runners. So you know what? I think I'm going to get rid of this weapon barrow. These guys are nice, but at the same time, they're not necessarily needed. Let's see. Gavin says, for them, it would probably be super obvious. Like, duh, I mean, look at her double chin. A man's double chin flips over without wrinkling, or her beard strays off to the left, not right, duh. It very well could be something like that. Alright, can we take Lioness? Let's see. It's looking a little iffy, but I think with my artillery I can do it. So let's go ahead and do it.
Smell. Lightning cannon! Storm vermin! Mighty warlord! Me! Warlord! For the vermintide! Hornet one protects! Skaven! Yes!
Alright, let's get started.
Yes. Climb trees. Warlord. Jump. Yes.
Gavin saying, I love your stream. It's really good gameplay and commentary mixed with a barrage of just insane follower talk. Or really interesting follower talk. Yeah, that is the nice thing about the Skaven. They are rather insane. Alright, time to move the gutter runners up. And they will use their whole horde of fire to pretty much wipe out most of these guys, and or at least their will to attack. Alright, let's see if that little plague thing does much. Of course they're going to avoid most of it. Some of their battle pilgrims are running through it. A bad thing for them. Alright, let's see how the Plague Vortex works now against these yeomen. So there's currently 59 of them. 40 now. Oh wait, no, that one still has 58. Well, it's hard to tell exactly how well it worked. It did send them running off though, so I guess it worked pretty well. Oh, they have Alberic and they have Lowen. Ooh, a double legendary lord thing. That's not exactly good for us. If I can take out most of their army, I should be good. Theoretically, anyways.
Hungry for battle. Murder, kill.
Because if I can get rid of most of their army, it might be enough to get these guys to retreat. Of course, both of them together are sort of boosting themselves. Ooh, Grail Knights. That could be an interesting group against us. They have 90 armor right now, so let's give them a little wither. And now they only have 30 armor.
Bloody whistlers. Hungry for battle.
Alright, so the Grail Knights are pretty much all taken care of. There's still the question of those two over there.
Submit to me. Fight!
Dang, 90 to 30 armor. Yes, that Wither spell is completely awesome against armored opponents. So it's really the thing that's helped me in my battles against dwarves. And it's also very useful when going up against many of the heroes that factions have.
This way! Scamper scurry!
Okay, the damsel is broken. The paladin is almost broken. How's he doing? I'm hoping that if we get to the point of army losses, these guys will break. That's my biggest hope, anyways. Oh dear. And Alberic has joined the fight and Lewin's right behind him. Let's see how our debuffs do against him. Right now, Alberic is at 28 armor and 13 melee defense.
Mighty warlord, lead me! See, they run! Crit and a cap! Our tail's yours! Agree, accept!
Now keep in mind that both Lewin and Alberic are fully... I think they're pretty much fully outfitted, so let's see. Alberic has the 20% resistance from the Blessing of the Lady. He has 55% missile resistance and 15% magic resistance. So they are definitely boosted up. But even with the boost, Alberic is about to fall. And Alberic is falling now, so we can focus on Lewin. Now Lewin's got, looks like he's max health is around 6,000. A lot of armor, 133 right now. But I have another Wither available, so let's use it. So that'll take him down to 73. His melee defense is at 67, but I have another Assassin's Trophy available. We'll use that. And let's boost with Poison our army here. Alright, so right now Lewin is at 40 melee defense, which is still pretty decent. But he is gradually falling. Regeneration is a bit of a pain though. Super excited for Tuesday's stream, can't wait to see Tomb Kings. I am refraining from watching other videos, so when I watch yours, it will be new and awesome. Oh, thanks. Yeah, from what I've seen of them, they are pretty awesome so far. So Tuesday, I am going to be doing the Mortal Empires, starting the Mortal Empires campaign for Tomb Kings. That'll be with Kotep or Katep or whatever his name is. I think he's more of a caster hero. I think, something like that. Wow, you really just laid it down on him, didn't you? No mercy. Yes, we did do pretty well against him. Let's see, do I have my other things available? I mean, he's given a good fight for himself. You know, he hasn't fallen. Even though the rest of his army has completely gone. Does he have even... He doesn't even have the... Is he unbreakable? Is that why? Yes, okay. So that explains it. He's unbreakable, so he wouldn't have fallen anyway, so I would have had to pretty much defeat him. Interesting. But he still was taken out. So let's end it. Well, for a battle that wasn't looking too good on the auto-resolve screen, it went pretty well for us. So, let's take it. Somehow he was able to run. Somehow. Defeated. So, he'll be escaped for the moment, but they've lost another capital, so that's one good thing going for us. Alright, Lioness here, let's build you up a little. And this guy, what to do with you? You're on guard, so obviously no chance of taking him on. Can we take this guy on? 39%? That's not too good. Oh, but it's because this guy is pretty much dedicated towards combat. So let's try and get you back over to those armies. Who do we got here? Cheery Flesh. Let's get rid of one of your Plague Monks. And then bring you in to join that army. Alright, so they are ready to go. Probably once I leave here, Gisero is going to fall to these guys. But, as I've stated, my goal here is to take Altdorf. So let's move. Move you guys up here. It would take so long to capture every single city on this map. Yes, that is very true. I've seen something on Reddit of some guy using the Skaven and winning a whole Mortal Empires campaign in, I want to say he did it in like 100 and something turns. How they did it, I have no idea. But, you know, they even showed a little gif of their whole conquest of the whole map. I have no idea how they did it. No idea at all. But it's still interesting that they were able to do it. Alright, hopefully those two armies will be safe. And we'll be able to move on eventually taking Altdorf there. And one thing... Okay, he does have artillery. Wanted to make sure he had that. Alright, what else to do for you guys? Well, let's do a couple more Plague Monks.
Pestilence comes.
Pestilence, let's send you there. Failed. Critical failed. Alright, let's do that for now. Jesus, dude, 100 turns, I mean, damn, even 200 turns would be crazy, but 100... yeah, I have no idea how they did it. What turn are we on? We are currently on turn 336 here. I'm trying to think of how they did it. Or maybe it was Britonia that they did? Maybe it was Britonia. Oh, I say we as if I am playing with you. Oh, appreciate it. Yeah, I really have no idea how they were able to do it, but it's still pretty amazing that they were able to. Alright, so you can build up some forces here. You kind of need artillery more than anything. So let's do 2 of those. And I think a Death Runners I would like to do, but I can't. So we'll do Storm Vermin.
You're in Liber Bubonicus. Gather Warpstone, join me.
Skrulk, you definitely need Storm Vermin, so we'll start with that. And then that's pretty much it for now. Clash, what to do with you? Well, you know what? I have the availability for it. So let's do some Plague Monks there. Yeah, we're currently at 2 hours and 13 minutes. I figured since this is the finale, we'll go a little bit longer than I normally would. It's nice to see, though, that the Empire is losing their balance of power with us. Aquitaine's gonna be a loss, I know that much. But yeah, I think for my objective, if we can take Altdorf, I'll be satisfied, as that would be a good conclusion for this whole series. Success, damage walls, nothing too big to worry about. Would I think that it would be possible for me to win with the Skaven? I think so. It's just, you know, as you said, Gavin, it's pretty much something that's just going to take so long to complete, with the dwarves being as overpowered as they are. I hope that when the Tomb Kings update comes, that it is going to add a little bit more variety, give a bit more lasting power to the vampires. And by this point in the game, the dwarves won't have taken over like the whole map, or at least half the map. Oh, Grungzint is the new capital for Britonia. Well, that's not a good sign for Britonia. And Middenland is retreating, another good sign for us. And of course they're going to Jizero, yes. I knew they were. But it looks like they only sacked it. They probably didn't get too much out of it, only 64 gold, yeah. Disappointing. Also, those Servants of Chaos are still around. I don't know if the Warriors of Chaos are still around, though. Oh, lovely. Raiding, lovely. Secure, summon him directly. We'll do that. Keep him as an ally. Okay, that. Alright, Isleheart is the next stop. And let's do that.
They will die. Win battle, or else
No pet.
And we are almost in range of Altdorf.
Don't disappoint me. Rattergrass.
So I believe in 2 more turns we will be ready to finally wipe them out. And declare victory in this whole massive battle. Alright, let's do some Gutter Runner Slingers next. And I suppose I could do some Clan Rats as my buffer force for the moment. Who said no? Oh, it was Ghost Man there. Unfortunately, he's a little too far away to catch him. Grr. What to do? Probably head towards Jishiro next, I think. That's what I'm thinking. We'll head to Castle Artois next. Yay, long stream. Yes. Yeah, generally on my finales, I generally go a little bit longer than I normally do. Just out of necessity, almost. Because to reach a satisfying conclusion, sometimes you gotta do things a little different. Alright, so you are still 1 more turn away from finishing up there.
Master of Seers, listen to me. We camp here.
Oh yeah, and let's start some defenses there. And for this little group of 3, I'm thinking head for the Pools of Despair and then the Black Pyramid of Nagash. And who knows, perhaps we could say that in taking the Black Pyramid of Nagash there, perhaps they awaken us for our whole next episode with the Tomb Kings. Perhaps it was the Skaven all along and not the Dark Elves. And they are attacking Aquitaine here. Well, we have a good force. We have a hero even with it. Let's see what we can do. I think I should go through your streams and make a compilation of funny moments. 1, the Watertown Warzone. 2, when you died in Warzone and had to restart. 3, bits and parts of Rome 2, when you failed at sieges. Aw. I also know there's a funny part when I did my co-op episode with Merrick. When Grimgore Ironhide was fleeing from my forces, and we were all chasing him.
Ready, steady, doom! Clanrat spears! Slingers! Night runners! Ready! Clanrat spears! What? 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 Dry claw catapult! Recover! Clan rats!
Alright, I think we are as ready as we are going to be. I'll even speed it up for the most part. Haha, you know you've become a big YouTuber when you can make a funny moments video. I suppose that is true. Come on, little rats, hold together at least long enough till I can blow you up. No! Get blown up, please!
Fight men! Fight for our right to live!
Haha, take that. Well, with that group, we might be able to break that cannon there. Between that and the artillery.
Ulrich's teeth! Retreat! The gods have abandoned us!
Of course, that group of Outriders comes by again. Or Pistoliers or whatever.
See, they run! Our tail's yours! Must lie! Stop! Should we run? Flee! Clan spears! They squirt via musk! Propaganda! We will zap past! What? Slings down!
Well, unfortunately another loss, but we've done some damage to him. Dang, those gunners are no joke. Oh, those handgunners? Yeah, they are a bit of a pain. Ooh! Take out Gelt! Take out Gelt! Oh, I think we're getting close to losing this battle. And there it goes. Well, at least it said close defeat. Also, welcome to the stream, Tuckamanian. They're heading for Castle Bastogne next, I guess. Also, it is encouraging to see that the balance of power is gradually turning in our favor, even if they are still causing so many issues. Yeah, there goes Kofor. We knew that was going to happen. Oh, Ungrim's back over there now. Of course he's back. Darn Ungrim. Also, we're so close to defeating Bretonnia overall. Well, they still have Grungzint, and then they have a few provinces down in Estalia. Oh, and I think they do still have that little thing up there. Go away, Toddbringer. I will say that these AI turns are getting a bit long, just because of probably everything that's been going on with the Dwarven armies more than anything. It's not so much that it's thinking, it's just that it's moving it. I probably could go like super fast through the enemy turns, but I still like to know exactly what the enemy is doing. What do you want? You want your non-aggression pact again? Okay, fine. And another assassin is available again. And okay. So what was I doing with you? You are my in-combat assassin. So let's get you back up here. I don't know if you'll make it in time for the big battle, but we can at least get you moving towards it. Now, can I do an underway thing there? Yes. Okay, good. Go. And Altdorf is completely defenseless. Nice.
Hornet One watches me. Don't think so.
Alright, Knife, you go take out him. Goodbye, Alberic.
I say move. Eshin rules the night. Into nest burrow. Clan rats are not content. Don't disappoint me.
And I can do Storm Vermin again. Nice. Let's get some of them going. I gotta go bigger with them to do anything more. Alright, what else do I have available? Well, Artois, let's do that. I'm not really gonna do anything else here, I don't think. Lord not moved. Mika. Alright, you guys, let's get moving. I think the underway is probably going to be our best bet here. So let's get all of you set up for that. You can do underway there, and then everyone else will go near him. And then we should be able to take Bel Aliad pretty quick there, and then move on.
In my optics.
In hindsight, perhaps I should have left an army at the Al Hake place, but oh well. Ooh, Bordello. Come on, dwarves. Figure out what the hell you're doing. Also, one good thing was that I didn't see any Empire armies move any closer towards Altdorf, which means that it should fall relatively easily for us. And the servants to Chaos are now destroyed. So does that mean that all of Chaos has been destroyed already? I know there were the war herds of Chaos that were going around somewhere. No, goodbye, Eilhart. Darn Middenland and all their rockets. Yeah, I think the Warherds of Chaos are the only ones left, because I haven't seen anything of the Warriors of Chaos. Which is weird. I would have thought that they would have kept spawning in, but I don't know.
I grow stronger.
Impossible.
In breed of things that attack.
And no chance of winning with this, so never mind. Alright, let's go take a look. So So those guys are probably about to attack. Head back to Castle Artois.
City, mine.
Israel will repair you, but beyond that, nothing else. Alright. Time for the big battle of Altdorf.
Ornate rat. Fight. Good. Don't disappoint me. Stab gouge.
Ooh, they have a steam tank here. Well, I think we should be good against it. Alright, get our menace below going. We have our reinforcements set up. Everything should be ready. Let's do this. Alright, so for this battle we are going to actually change our location to where our allies aren't coming in, because that army is pretty much all stealth units.
Oh, catapult. Warlord.
Alright, so we'll attack the towers just like we usually do, and then we'll go from there. So group 2, focus on that tower, group 3 on that one. Ooh, they're attacking our siege equipment.
I'll tail yours. You're full of pain. Gutter runners. Hurry. Three claw catapult. Screamery catapult.
Okay, what the hell are you doing, warp lightning cannons? Attack the stupid tower. That stupid bug again, where they decide they're going to move into range. I mean, I hope they fix this in the Tomb Kings update. I really do.
Three claw catapult. Move. Cannon lighting. Cannon lighting. Warlord. Small army. Cannon lighting. Screamery catapult. Yes.
Yeah, I have absolutely no idea why my warp lightning cannons are being completely stupid. But, because they've been good the last several battles that I've been using them. It's just, I don't know what they're doing.
Here, beholder of truth. Run, guys.
And our little horde of plague monks and all that's moving to take over Altdorf. Yeah, I'm afraid the Emperor's not gonna save you this time, guys. Alright, so the Empire Captain is about to fall apart. Now, where is that steam tank? There it is.
I want business! Greatest of magic users! Ready? Yes, yes! Right. Good, now kill! Resurrect! Catarunners!
They may send in their Demogryph Knights, which are pretty good, but I think my mixture of Weeping Blades and Poison Little Clanstone will do pretty good for us. Alright, let's see how our Hell Pit Abomination here does against that Steam Tank.
Prepare to die, die!
Now I think at 175 that Steam Tank is pretty much the most powerful thing there is. Although it is affected by the Weeping Blade, which dramatically brings down its armor.
Mighty warlord, really! Snap attack! Smell musketeer!
And even the Steam Tank can't stand up to the Skaven horror. And Altdorf is now ours.
Another victory! Praise me!
Alright. Do I want to start Altdorf at level 1 there? Sure.
I must on all loot!
How far? Although I could get it all the way up to level 5. I would become starving for food, which would hurt a lot of things. Although someone did say just go ahead and do it. So you know what? Let's just go ahead and do it. This was on a stream a while ago that they said go ahead and do it. But it is done now. Alright. Repair everything here. Repair. Alright, so the Pestilent Knave will build that up. We'll do our full nest port here. Unfortunately, we don't have any special building here that we can build. So sad. Alright, and then here we'll do that as well. Doing the weapon barrow. Yeah, we could do the weapon barrow, I think. Right? You know what? I'll do that, and then I'll build one of these clan barracks at one of the other locations. That'll work. Not that it matters anyway, since we are pretty much at the end of the stream. Let's go back down, check and see how these guys are doing. So, okay. So they are pretty much ready to go ahead. Skrulk, you go take that. And he can do it all by himself, so let's just do it.
Find me Dwarfstone, brothers! Our clan will rise. Run, fools! I say they move! I order scurry move.
Alright. So we have the Pools of Despair and then that. Alright. So we'll do these skill points real quick. And then we'll try and speed through so we can get to the Pyramid of Nagash. And that will be a good ending point for the series. Settlement upgrade, just gonna leave it. You, what was I doing with you? Oh yeah, bringing you over here. And let's see. Alright, we'll end it there. I feel like I forgot something, but... Oh, Bordello is now under attack. Well, let's just auto-resolve it. Let it be. But yeah, I suppose at this point I can start to wrap up my opinion of everything. Oh, the dwarves are at war with the Necroc Brotherhood? When did that happen? Well, interesting nevertheless. So yeah, overall I will say that the Skaven is actually a pretty good faction. It takes some getting used to, but once you get used to it, I'll say they definitely have their own set of perks. So, would I recommend the Skaven? Absolutely. I would not recommend the Skaven for a beginner, just because there are things you got to get used to. But once you know a lot of the basics about how leadership works and that sort of thing, as well as the spells in Warhammer, I think you can make the Skaven work out pretty well for you. Outside of that, I am eager to see what changes that Creative Assembly is going to do in the update that comes with Tomb Kings. As I have stated a couple times in the stream, I hope that they do change the way that the dwarves work, because this powerhouse thing shouldn't happen. So, and hopefully they do it in such a way that the dwarves will still have a presence, but they won't be like this massive thing. So hopefully it won't be a massive nerf, but at the same time they'll still be better than they are. I know it's always a hard thing to juggle, as with any sort of development, but we'll see what happens. As for Tomb Kings, well, this Tuesday is when I'm planning to do the first episode for the Tomb Kings Mortal Empires campaign that I'll be doing. That is pretty much going to be on Sundays, like I've been doing with the Skaven. It's just this Tuesday I want to do it when it first comes out, just to take advantage of the first viewing of Tomb Kings and that sort of thing as it's out. Well, besides those who got early access. Darn people with early access. Outside of that, the Tomb Kings not Mortal Empires, the Tomb Kings Vortex campaign, which is going to be an edited down little thing, that will be starting on Saturday. So in that campaign, the important thing there is people will actually be able to comment on joining it, and it should be an interesting little campaign where we do different things with people taking on different roles as lords or heroes or that sort of thing. I hope it goes really well, and I hope that people have fun with it. I think it'll be a fun campaign. Let's see. Nothing else to really do with you. Let's continue building that. Let's head over here. And let's do some damage to these guys, I think. So, let's do that. Oh, what are you doing? I thought you were... Oh, yeah. Never mind, you can't attack that in one turn. I thought you'd be able to, but I guess not.
Horned one watches me. Attack the things. Now, now. Doom them. Hunt monster. Horned one's realm weakens.
Sneaky infiltrator. This way, wait.
Alright, you go take out Boris Toddbringer there. Good. Eat the captives. Always a nice thing. Oh, I guess that wasn't Boris. There's Boris. And I can reach him there. Do it. Oh, come on. No, don't run all the way over there. Why are you running all the way over there? Okay, so you can still take him out. Good. Alright, give this guy a little boost, because he needs a little boost. And further build up Crone there. And damaged building? Oh, I forgot. It's interesting that these guys haven't been... Oh no, that was because of that hero. Darn hero. Salon. We'll do that, and I wrote... Nah, we'll do that. Okay, end the turn. So, let's see, what else is going on? Besides all these Empire guys moving about. Let's see, Norska is still coming out in May. That'll be interesting to see what they do with that. I'm hopeful that their re-implementation of Norska goes well. Because Norska and Warhammer 1 is really a nice faction. Plus they benefit so much playing Chaos as well. So, but again, that's another thing that we'll see what happens. But yeah, for the rest of this video, well, for those who are watching this later on and not just in the stream now, let me know in the comments below what you think will be the next DLC faction that comes out after Tomb Kings. I know there's been speculation of Vampire Coast as one of them. Potentially something like the New World Colonies or something like that. Some Astalia sort of based group. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens as far as other DLC. I think we still have... Well, before the Norska mess, I know there was a big group of free downloadable content that was set up. I don't know why you attacked, because you're just gonna die. Num num num. And there goes the town again. Although I will say this guy's color scheme looks pretty cool. I don't know if that's just because of Midland. It very well could be, but it did look pretty cool. I guess another thing that I'll point out is I've been done with my research for, well, several streams now. So it would be nice to see if there was some way, you know what, sure, because I'm not trying to be nice with the Silver Host anymore. It would be nice to see if there was some way that you could put the research rates into boosting your economy or something like that. I don't know if it's possible, but it'd be nice to see if they were ever feeling ambitious to do something. Because even though I had a lot of stuff that I could research, it was still whatever. Okay. Oh, Gavin is saying it would suck to live in that town. It is just being raided and retaken over and raided and retaken over. I don't know why what you said was not appropriate to YouTube. Yeah, poor Gisero here. It's a nice little Bretonian town, and it just gets attacked by the dwarves, attacked by Middenland, owned by the Skaven. Poor Gisero. Alright, so let's go take Carroburg here.
Die, die. Fight them. Yes, yes. Take precious things. This is
And the Empire capital just keeps moving on a little bit. Poor Empire. Such a disappointment you are now. Alright. So Grunberg, we have Kemperbad. Ooh, Nuln. Oh, but look at all that defense there. So instead, we'll move you over here.
Don't disappoint me. I say move.
Ain't your others too strong? Pray at my altar.
Alright, you head back to Corone to help defend that. Just in case those little dwarves decide to come over. Alright, so the Black Pyramid of Nagash, we're getting closer to it. We're almost to it. You can get really close. And of course they have Grumbrindle there. You bastard. Oh, hell. Well, this is probably going to be the last little battle soon. Might very well be Skrulk against Grumbrindle. Alright, you. What to do for you? I'll do that. Because I am almost completely positive that he is going to attack from there. Do not want. Alright, and you boost this guy up. We'll do that. Hero not moved. What were you doing? Anything to take out around here? Not really. So we'll just sort of leave you there. We'll move you up here. Let's move you there. Alright, so if there's a battle with Grumbrindle there, we'll just make that as the last battle. If he doesn't attack, then we'll move all our armies in to attack. But I'm still pretty sure he's going to attack. Although now that I think about it, I think Skrulk does have a little thing that boosts his reinforcement range, but I don't think he can use it when he's in the underway. Defending against dwarves, it's looking a little even. Speed, who to speed up? Let's speed him up. Alright, so this will be the last battle of this Let's Play series. I hope it goes well, I hope we can win, but we will find out. So Grumbrindle is here himself, and he has 2 Rune Lords with him, and a pretty decent force, a good amount of artillery. Let's see what we can do. I think this might be the first underway battle that I've done in this whole series. Or if I have, it's been a long while since I last did one.
Vermintide! Our tale is yours!
Also, for whatever reason, things look really bright down here.
What? Rick-a-rack!
Awesome! I will win if time runs out, which means he has to come to me. Which means that we are definitely going to win this one.
Ready! Guide us on one. The plague monks, yeah. Now, ready now. Lords.
Alright, folks, here we go. As soon as I see my artillery firing, I am going to bring it back into regular speed so we can watch the utter destruction of these dwarves here.
Right these dogs! Kill on! Let's have it, lads! Get your man's
Oh, this is an awesome last battle for this Let's Play. Skrulk is strong, but Grumbrindle is pretty strong himself.
Yes, brethren. Lords, run. Blessed with filth.
Oh, but Grumbrindle is shattered, along with the rest of the army. In the end, Skrulk is victorious. Oh, I just noticed the Warriors of Chaos do still have their little icon there. So they are still around, I just have no idea where. And their turns are so quick, they must not have too many forces. Poor Fey Enchantress. She has a bunch of little spearmen, and that's about it. The Doomtide. Oh, that's why Chaos is back. The Chaos Horde has poured in, a remorseless tide scouring all in its path. Yet even the most savage flood must eventually recede. Leaving battered survivors to pick through the flotsam on ravaged shores. We are saved, they cry, heedless of the fact that tides are certain in one respect. They will always rise again. The old world has survived the onslaught, yet now another wave rolls forth from the accursed chaos waste. How are you not tired at 3 a.m.? I'm a night owl. I've always been a night owl. I've actually only recently gotten off of a shift where I do pretty much all overnights. So, ooh, Skrulk can do it all on his own. Alright, folks. So we are ending this Let's Play as the Skaven descend upon the Black Pyramid of Nagash. in an unrelenting horde. They take it over, completely unaware of what they are actually potentially awaking. We can build the Black Pyramid of Nagash. If we were to do it, it would take 20 turns. It would give a plus 30 to all Winds of Magic, plus 3 Lord rank, 10% magic resistance, and plus 3 hero rank. It's Vampiric Corruption plus 20, but it is what it is. Alright folks, so that is the end of this Let's Play. So let's take a look at the leadership, or the ownership. So the Skaven have taken a decent amount. They own much of Lustria. There are some of the rogue armies that are over here who also own it. It looks like it's all beast sketches here. We've taken or destroyed most of Ulthuan. The Dark Elves have been a reliable ally through all of this and own pretty much all of Nagaron still. The Dwarves are absolutely the biggest monster in all of this, owning territory that looks to be from the mountains all through here into Stirland of all places. They also have some territory in the former forest where the High Elves or the Wood Elves were, and they own pretty much most of the Southlands. The Empire is still a force, and it looks like they've expanded greatly, but with the loss of Altdorf, they will likely fall. And Bretonnia, well, Bretonnia has completely splintered. They have a province up in the Norscan Wastes, and a few provinces in former Imperial lands, as well as Estalia. Alright folks, that is it for this Let's Play series. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching it with me. If you have any comments, be sure to leave them below. I'll get back to you if you have any questions about the Skaven or anything like that. If you've enjoyed this series, and particularly that last battle, leave a like on the video, and we will see you starting this Tuesday with the Tomb Kings campaign. Alright folks, see you next time.